This is lecture number 24 of Engineering Thermodynamics. We have already completed one numerical based on availability. This is second numerical. Calculate the decrease in available energy when 20 kg of water at 90 degrees Celsius mixes with 30 kg of water at 30 degrees Celsius. The pressure being taken at constant and temperature of the surrounding is 10 degrees Celsius. Specific Specific heat of water is 4.18 kJ per kg Kelvin. In this problem, water at different temperature and different mass is given. Consider in first bucket, water is 20 kg and temperature of that water is 90 degrees Celsius. In second bucket, temperature temperature of water is 30 degree and mass of water is 30 kg. The water of these two buckets is mixed together and we have to calculate decrease in available energy. Decrease in available energy in the sense what? First of all, we have to consider energy available with the hot water, means energy available with the water which is at 90 degrees Celsius. Second, we have to calculate energy available with the water which is at 30 degrees Celsius. These are the available energy, and we will add the available energy of water at 90 degrees Celsius and 30 degrees Celsius. It will give us available energy. Then after we will calculate the available energy of the mixed water and we will subtract available energy of individual water and mixed water. We will get decrease in available energy. Specific heat of water is given. Temperature of surrounding is T0, that is 10 degrees Celsius. In term of Kelvin it is 283 Kelvin. Specific heat of water 4.18 kilojoule per kg Kelvin. The available energy of a system of mass m, specific heat Cp, and temperature T is given by the available energy is given by Cp mCp integration T0 to T 1 minus T0 upon T into dt. We have seen this formula in the list of formula. This is a general formula and we have to apply this formula for hot water and cold water. The hot water is given at 90 degrees Celsius which has a mass 20 kg, and cold water is given at 30 degrees Celsius which has a mass 30 kg. First we'll calculate available energy for the hot water. The available energy of 20 kg of water at 90 degrees Celsius. Therefore the available energy of 20 kg, the formula is mCp integration T0 to T 1 minus T0 upon T. Mass is 20 kg, specific heat is 4.18, T0 is 10 degrees Celsius plus 273. It is in term of Kelvin, and T 90 plus 273. 1 minus T0, T0 that is surrounding temperature 283 Kelvin in term of Kelvin, upon T into dt. I have written T here because I have to integrate it first. When we apply integration, first of all we will apply integration to 1, and integration of 1 with respect to dt is T. Now apply limit to the T. It will be upper limit minus lower limit, and upper limit is 90 plus 273 and lower limit is 10 plus 273. Upper limit is 363 minus lower limit 283, and multiplication of 20 and 4.18 is 83.6. Now integration of 283 upon T into dt. 283 is a constant, therefore take it outside the integration 283, and integration of 1 by T into dt or dt by T is a log of T, log of T, that is ln of T, and when we apply the limit then it will be log of upper limit by lower limit, log of upper limit by lower limit. Upper limit is 363, lower limit is 283. Now Just to calculate, we'll get 798.38 kilojoule. This is the available energy of hot water which is at 90 degrees Celsius. The available energy of 30 kg water at 30 degrees Celsius. If we apply the formula of available energy at 30 kg is equal to mcp integration t0 to t 1 minus t0 upon t into dt. After integration, we will get 30 into 4.18. 30 into 4.18 is 125.8. Then upper limit minus lower limit. Upper limit is 30 plus 273, that is 303, minus lower limit 10 plus 270, that is 283, minus this is a constant 283 ln upper limit upon lower limit. Upper limit is 303, lower limit 283. After calculation, we will get 85.27 kilojoule. Means available energy of water, 30 kg of water at 30 degrees Celsius equal to 85.27, and availability of water of 20 kg of water at 90 degrees Celsius is 798 plus 798.38 kilojoule. Now this is the availability with the individual water. Now the total available energy of this water, that is available energy of total, is equal to available energy of 20 kg of water plus available energy of 30 kg of water. We have to add it. Therefore, 883.65 is the total available energy. Total available energy when it was not mixed, when the water was not mixed. Now we have to mix the water. What will happen when two water will mixed? Temperature of hot water will decrease and temperature of cold water will increase, and both will reach to same temperature after mixing, and that same temperature is called as a equilibrium temperature when heat transfer is completed. Equilibrium temperature is the temperature or the temperature at which the system come to the equilibrium when the heat transfer gets complete. If T degree Celsius is the final temperature after mixing, T degree Celsius is the final temperature after mixing, then heat transfer by hot water is equal to heat loss by hot water is equal to heat gained by cold water. When two water will mixed, hot water will reduces heat and cold water will increases heat, or we can say hot water will lose the heat and cold water will gain the heat. Therefore, heat loss by hot water is equal to heat gained by cold water, and heat loss by hot water is mcp delta T. Mass of hot water is 20 kg, specific heat of water is 4.18, and change in temperature of hot water. Now the temperature of water will decrease, therefore it is 90 minus T, and T is that final temperature. The final temperature in this case is less, therefore we are writing after 90. Then heat gained by the cold water, mcp delta T. Mass of cold water is 30 kg, specific heat of cold water 4.18. Now heat gained by cold water, the temperature will increase after gaining the heat, therefore T is greater than 30 degree. Therefore we are writing T minus 30. We have to calculate value of T from this equation. The value of T is 54 degrees Celsius. The 54 degrees Celsius is the temperature of a mixture. Now the mass of mixture is 20 plus 30, that is 50 kg is the mass of mixture. Now we know the mass, we know the temperature, we know the specific heat of water is 4.18 for all the cases. Therefore available energy of 50 kg of water is 54 degrees Celsius. We will apply direct formula mcp upper limit minus lower limit minus T0 ln upper limit upon lower limit. 50 into 4.18, that is 209. Upper limit is 54 degrees Celsius. 54 degrees Celsius is 327 Kelvin. Lower limit, that is 10 degrees Celsius, 283 Kelvin minus 283 ln upper limit is 327 upon 283, and we will get 649.99 kilojoule. This is the available energy of the mixture. When the water is mixed, available energy decreases. When the water was not mixed, available energy was 883. It means when water is mixed, energy decreases, available energy decreases, and we have to calculate decrease in available energy. Therefore, total energy before mixing minus total energy after mixing. Total energy before mixing was 883.65 and after mixing is 649.99. That is 233.66 is the decrease in available energy. Next problem. In an heat exchanger parallel flow type, heat exchanger is given parallel flow type. Water enters at 50 degrees Celsius and leaves at 70 degrees Celsius. While oil with a specific gravity 0.82, specific heat 2.6 kJ per kg Kelvin enters at 240 degrees Celsius and leaves at 90 degrees Celsius. If the surrounding temperature is 27 degrees Celsius, determine the loss in availability of the on the basis of 1 kg of oil. Mass of oil is 1 kg. Consider heat exchanger. Let us understand what is heat exchanger. Heat exchanger is used to heat transfer purpose. Heat exchanger is used for heat transfer purpose. It may be used for increasing the temperature, may be used for decreasing the temperature. Consider here the temperature of oil is to be reduced. Consider oil is coming from an engine in which we have to decrease the temperature of oil with the help of water. This is a heat exchanger. From one end, oil is entering at 240 degrees Celsius. From this same end, water is entering at 50 degrees Celsius, but from the different pipe. This is one pipe, this is second pipe. Both are at the same end. Oil is entering at 240 degrees Celsius, water is entering at 50 degrees Celsius. This is a heat exchanger, and this heat exchanger is used to cool the oil. When oil and water will pass through the heat exchanger, temperature of oil will decrease and temperature of water will increase. The final temperature of oil is 90 degrees Celsius, that is 363 Kelvin, and final temperature of water becomes 70 degrees Celsius. Water temperature increases from 50 degrees Celsius to 70 degrees Celsius, and oil temperature decreases from 240 degrees Celsius to 90 degrees Celsius. This is a heat exchanger. In an heat exchanger, water enters at 50 degrees Celsius and leaves at 70 degrees Celsius. Oil enters at 240 degrees Celsius and leaves at 90 degrees Celsius. If the surrounding temperature is 27 degrees Celsius, determine the loss in availability on the basis of 1 kg of oil per second. Here mass of oil is given 1 kg per second, but mass of water is not given. We have to calculate mass of water. Oil is entering at 513 Kelvin in term of Kelvin. Remember 513 Kelvin, and oil leaves at 363 Kelvin. Water enters at 323 Kelvin and leaves at 343 Kelvin. Inlet temperature of water 323 Kelvin, outlet temperature of water 343 Kelvin, inlet temperature of oil 513 Kelvin, outlet temperature of oil 363 Kelvin, specific gravity of oil 0.82, specific heat of oil 2.6 kJ per kg Kelvin, surrounding temperature 27 degrees Celsius, that is 300 Kelvin. Now loss in availability we have to calculate, but in this case mass of oil is given but mass of water is not given. Therefore we have to calculate mass of water first. To calculate mass of water, let us compare let us understand the energy balance equation. What is energy balance equation? Heat lost by oil is equal to heat gain by water. Heat lost by oil is equal to heat gain by water. Therefore, mcp delta T of oil is equal to mcp delta T of water. MO is the mass of water, CPO is the specific heat of water, TO1 inlet temperature of water, TO2 outlet temperature of water, MW mass of water, CPW specific heat of water, TW2 outlet temperature of water minus TW1 inlet temperature of water. In this case, we are taking inlet temperature minus outlet temperature, but in this case, we are taking outlet temperature minus inlet temperature, because in this case, for water, inlet temperature is greater than the outlet, but for water, outlet temperature is greater than inlet. Therefore, you have to take temperature difference. We don't have to take final minus initial. We have to take temperature difference. Therefore, highest minus lowest we have to take. Mass of oil is 1 kg, 2.6 specific heat of oil, final temperature of oil, initial temperature of oil 513, final temperature of oil 363 Kelvin. Then mass of water we have to calculate. 4.17 is a specific heat of water. Specific heat of water is not given. This is a constant value. We have to remember it. Then final temperature of water 343 minus initial temperature of water 323. Then we will get a mass of water as 4.66 kg. Let us find change in entropy of water first. mcp T2 by T1. Now, while finding entropy, we have to consider T2 by T1 always, final upon initial. It may be positive, it may be negative. mcp T2 by T1, mass of water 4.66, specific heat of water 4.18, ln TW2 is 343, TW1 323. It is equal to 1.17 kilojoule per Kelvin. Then entropy change of oil, again mcp T2 by T1, mass of oil 1 kg, specific heat of oil 2.6 ln, final temperature of oil 363 Kelvin upon initial temperature of oil 513 Kelvin is equal to minus 0.899 kilojoule per Kelvin. Why we are getting minus? Because here final temperature is less than the initial temperature. Change in availability of the water. We have to calculate change in availability of the water. Change in availability of the water is mcp TW2 minus TW1 minus T0, change in entropy of water. We can say this is heat supplied minus heat rejected. Availability is nothing but a work done, and with work done is a heat supplied minus heat rejected. In this way, you can remember this formula: mcp T2 minus T1 of water minus T0 delta S of water, change in entropy of water. MW is mass of water, that is 4.66, specific heat of water 4.18, final temperature of water 343, initial temperature of water 323 Kelvin minus T0. T0 is atmospheric temperature, which is 300 Kelvin, into change in entropy of water, that is 1.17 kilojoule per Kelvin, and the change in availability of water is 38.57 kilojoule. Similarly, change in availability of oil, we have to use same formula, but considering the parameters of oil. mcp T2 by T2 minus T1 minus T0, change in entropy of oil. 1, mass of oil is 1, specific heat of oil is 2.6, final temperature of oil 363, initial temperature of oil 513 minus T0, atmospheric temperature 300 Kelvin, into change in entropy of oil, that is minus 0.899, which is minus 120.3 kilojoule per Kelvin. Now loss in availability, just we have to add both the term, minus 120.3 plus 38.57. which is equal to minus 81.73 kilojoule. This is a loss in availability. This is a loss in availability. Next problem. 1 kg of ice at 0 degrees Celsius is mixed with 12 kg of water at 27 degrees Celsius. 1 kg of ice at 0 degrees Celsius. Ice is mixed with a water. Mass of water 12 kg and temperature is 27. Mass of ice 1 kg and temperature is 0 degrees Celsius. Assuming the surrounding temperature as 15 degrees Celsius, T0 is 15. Calculate the net increase in entropy and unavailable energy when the system reaches to common temperature. We have to calculate net increase in entropy and unavailable energy when the system reaches to common temperature. Specific heat of water 4.18 kilojoule per kg Kelvin. Specific heat of ice 2.1 kilojoule per kg Kelvin. Enthalpy of fusion, that is latent heat of ice 333.5 kilojoule per kg. In this case, latent heat of ice is given because ice is going to melt, and to melt ice has to absorb latent heat to convert its phase from solid to liquid. Mass of ice 1 kg, temperature of ice 0 degrees Celsius, that is 273 Kelvin. Mass of water 12 kg, temperature of water 27 degrees Celsius, that is 300 Kelvin. Surrounding temperature is 15 degrees Celsius, that is 288 Kelvin. Specific heat of water 4.18, specific heat of ice 2.1. These are the constant values. These are always being constant. If these values are not given, you have to assume these values. Latent heat of ice is also constant value 333.5. We can take up to 335 kilojoule per kg. Let Tc be the common temperature when the heat flow between ice and water stops. When the water and ice is mixed, the mixture will come to a common temperature after heat transfer, and that common temperature is a Tc. Now ice is at a cold temperature and water is at a high temperature. Therefore, when mixing, the temperature of ice will increase and temperature of water will decrease. Or while mixing, the ice will convert into water first, then temperature of that water will increase. Therefore, heat loss by water is equal to heat gain by ice. Now, heat loss by water is equal to mCp delta T. Mass of water 12 kg, specific heat of water 4.18, and delta T of water. म्हणजे delta T of water means highest temperature of water and lowest temperature of water. Highest temperature of water is 27 degrees Celsius, that is 300 Kelvin, minus lowest temperature after heat transfer, that is Tc. Then mCp delta T of ice plus latent heat. First of all, ice will convert into water by adding latent heat. When the ice will absorb latent heat of 333.5 kilojoule per kg, it will convert into water. Then water will further increase its temperature, and the heat gained by water after converting ice into water is mCp delta T. Mass of ice is 1, specific heat of water 4.18. Then ice temperature will increase. It means the final temperature of ice, which has become liquid now, Tc, and initial temperature was 0 degrees Celsius, that is 273 Kelvin. We have to calculate temperature Tc, that is common temperature, and Tc is 291.8 Kelvin, which is equal to 18.8 degrees Celsius. The change in entropy of water mCp ln T2 by T1. Mass of water 12 kg, specific heat of water 4.18 ln, final temperature of water is 298 291.8 Kelvin upon initial temperature was 300. Means entropy of water is reduced, that is minus 1.39 kilojoule per Kelvin, and the entropy of ice is increased because temperature has increased. mcp ln T2 by T1, mass of ice 1, specific heat of ice. Actually we have to convert consider specific heat when ice become liquid. Therefore for liquid form of ice is a water. Therefore we have to consider specific heat of water. Mass of ice 1 kg, specific heat of liquid form of ice is 4.18. Then ln, final temperature is 291.8 Kelvin and initial temperature was 273 Kelvin, plus entropy of entropy of fusion means the entropy gained by the ice when ice convert into liquid, and entropy is equal to q upon t, or we can say enthalpy upon t. Entropy is a hfg. Hfg is a latent heat upon temperature at which fusion takes place. The latent heat is 333.5 upon temperature is equal to 1.499 kilojoule per Kelvin. Net change in entropy, that is delta S, we have to take difference of this. In this case it will be added because this term is in negative form. Minus 1.39 plus 1.499 is equal to 0.109 kilojoule per Kelvin. Hence the net increase in entropy is 0.109 kilojoule per Kelvin. And increase in unavailable energy means heat rejected, and heat rejected is T0 delta S. T0 is 15 degrees Celsius, that is 288 Kelvin, into delta S. Delta S is 0.109 kilojoule per Kelvin. Therefore increase in unavailable energy is equal to 31.39 kilojoule. Next problem. A liquid is heated at approximately constant pressure from 20 degrees Celsius to 80 degrees Celsius. A liquid is heated from 20 degrees Celsius to 80 degrees Celsius by passing it through a tube which are immersed in a furnace. The furnace temperature is constant, which is 1500 degrees Celsius. Calculate effectiveness of heating process when atmospheric temperature is 15 degrees Celsius. Specific heat of liquid is 6.3 kilojoule per kg Kelvin. Now here liquid is heated with the help of furnace. Consider a furnace, and through a furnace one pipe is passing. Through the inlet the liquid is passed at 20 degrees Celsius, and at the end liquid comes out at 80 degrees Celsius. The furnace temperature is 1500 degrees Celsius. We have to calculate effectiveness of heating process. We have to calculate effectiveness of furnace. Heating is given by furnace. Therefore we have to calculate effectiveness of furnace. And furnace is a heat engine. Furnace is an external combustion engine. We can say it is a heat engine. The atmospheric temperature is 15 degrees Celsius. Specific heat of liquid is given. Initial temperature of fluid. Fluid means a liquid. Initial temperature of fluid is 20 degrees Celsius, that is 293 Kelvin. Final temperature of liquid 80 degrees Celsius, that is 353 Kelvin. TF is the temperature of furnace. 1500 degrees Celsius, that is 1773 Kelvin. Atmospheric temperature T0 15 degrees Celsius, that is 288 Kelvin. Specific heat of liquid is given, that is CPL 6.3 kilojoule per kg Kelvin. Increase of availability of liquid. Increase of availability of liquid, we have seen this formula already in the last numerical. Increase in availability, we consider increase in availability nothing but a work done, and work done is equal to heat supplied minus heat rejected. Okay, therefore availability of liquid is equal to heat supplied to the liquid mCp delta T minus heat rejected T0 S2 minus S1. Here mass of liquid is not given, consider it as a 1 kg. Therefore Cp of liquid final temperature minus initial temperature. Final temperature because it is more than the initial, or highest temperature minus lowest temperature. Specific heat of liquid is given 6.3. Highest temperature is 80 degree, that is 353 Kelvin. Lowest temperature is 293 Kelvin. Then T0 S2 minus S1, change in entropy. Now the change in entropy is again Cp ln T2 by T1. In this case we have to consider final temperature upon initial temperature. Cp 6.3, T2 353, T1 293 minus T0, that is atmospheric temperature 288 Kelvin into Cp 6.3 ln final temperature 353 Kelvin upon initial temperature 293 Kelvin, which is equal to 39.98 kilojoule per kg. Now the heat rejected by the furnace is equal to heat supplied to the liquid. Heat rejected by furnace is equal to heat supplied to liquid, because heat is transferred from furnace to liquid. Therefore heat rejected or heat supplied by furnace is equal to heat supplied or heat gained by the liquid, and heat gained by the liquid is H2 minus H1. Initial enthalpy of liquid minus final enthalpy of liquid, or we can write in terms of temperature and Cp, that is CPL T2 minus T1. In this quantity of heat were supplied to the heat engine operating on a Carnot cycle, its thermal efficiency would be, we are considering that furnace is a heat engine. Furnace is a heat engine, and heat engine is a external combustion engine or internal combustion engine. Furnace is external combustion engine, and we are considering that ideal efficiency of that engine, because we are considering whatever heat supplied by the furnace, total heat gained by the liquid. Therefore efficiency of furnace, thermal efficiency of furnace, we are considering maximum efficiency is equal to 1 minus T0 upon Tf. T0 is the surrounding temperature and Tf is the temperature of furnace, which is 1500 degrees Celsius, is equal to 1 minus 288 upon 1773. 1773 is the 1500 degrees Celsius and 288 is the surrounding temperature, which is 15 degrees Celsius. Therefore efficiency of furnace is 0.837 or 83.7%. Therefore work which would be obtained from the heat engine, is heat supplied into thermal efficiency. Suppose heat supplied is a X and efficiency is a 90%, then X into 0.9 is the work done. Therefore work done is equal to heat supplied into efficiency. We have seen this formula in the derivations. Heat supplied is S2 minus H1 and efficiency is 0.837. In terms of temperature and specific heat, or we can say it is a loss of availability of surrounding CPL T2 minus T1 into efficiency 0.837. CPL is 6.3, final temperature 353 Kelvin minus initial temperature 233 Kelvin, then efficiency 0.837. 316.38 kilojoule per Kelvin is the loss of availability of the surrounding. and the efficiency of the heating process. Why we calculated loss of availability? Because in the formula of effectiveness, the formula of effectiveness is increase of availability of liquid upon loss of availability of surrounding, and increase of availability and the increase of availability of liquid is 39.98 kilojoule per kg, and loss of availability of surrounding is 316.38 kilojoule per kg. Therefore, effectiveness of heating process or the effectiveness of furnace is 39.98 upon 316.38, which is equal to 0.1263, which is equal to 12.63%.